Jords,
Yes.
what are you saying, bro?
All good, man. How are you?
Good to meet you, man.
Likewise.
Incredible. I'm a huge fan, seriously,
you.
of your music. Obviously, I'm yet to know you as a person.
Yeah.
But, bro, like, yeah.
Nah, that means a lot, man. For real. Like, yeah. Anyone who, you know, when you put your all into something, do you know what I mean? So the fact that you like it is,
Definitely.
yeah, man. Appreciate it.
I wanted to start off with just a quote from one of your songs. And it's just a sentence, and it's, all my brothers wear crowns, hoodies, or halos.
Yeah.
And it's from a track called Late Night Talks.
Late Night Talks
2.
2. Yeah. That's...
I think after listening to all of your catalogue, I feel like that line is one of many that sort of defines your values.
Yeah, man. I'm a very like family orientated person. Like all my friends, like most of my friends, I've known them since I was like 11. Do you know what I mean? Like we've grown up together from the same hood. Like I'm still in the same ends that you'll see me in every day, and I still chat to them every day. And those are my guys. And like when I go out and do something, I work to bring it back to where I'm from, if that makes sense. So yeah, man, I'm just do it for the people that I'm around. Going out and doing the crazy things that I've done, like career-wise, then bringing it back to where you're from and sticking around the same people, it keeps you grounded, it keeps you level-headed, it keeps you regular, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's important to have that kind of thing in your life.
I first came across you when my friend Warner sent me Glide, which we were just talking about now.
Yeah.
And that's probably the main reason why I started looking into you. We'll get to that later, because obviously that only came out earlier this year.
March, I think.
March, yeah. So we'll get to that later, but what I really wanted to start with was pretty much, you know, Croydon and your upbringing and, you know, what was it about? Why did you feel that music was your path?
Accident, really, if I'm honest. Like I grew up in like Fulton Heath. My cousin is American. He's a songwriter from New York. He wrote what's that song? Just, you know, the Tory Lanez song "Say It." Mm-hmm. The song that it sampled. He wrote that song, Brownstone. If You Love Me, and so he always used to teach. Like he had this thing where he would teach me how to remember a phone number. Like he'd make a little melody for the phone number, and I'd sing it, and then that's how you remember it. So I always had those kind of things in my mind growing up. And then I just always loved R&B music. Always had a love for that from like the way I was raised. But then always that I loved that grime and hip hop and that kind of music from my environment and like peers and friends that I was around. So I think when I was 16, I was in college and I dropped out and I was rapping. I just wanted to freestyle. I was watching like a Wretch 3-2 Westwood freestyle, and I thought, yeah, this can't be that difficult. Do you know what I mean? So I just started writing, and then I recorded a little freestyle at my friend's studio. This other guy called J-Star Entertainment, he saw it, and he filmed like Krypton Carl9 and Cadet and those people. He saw it and was like, yo, I really like your stuff. Come like link me today. I'm doing this thing with Cadet. And we went to like a Cadet video shoot. And there was these two other guys there, and he was like, I want you guys to be like a rap group called the Gully Kids, yeah? Weird. But then we're at the Cadet video shoot, met him. He was like, yo, you guys should do like a freestyle now. And we were like, oh, yeah, fuck it, let's just do it, like, you know, it's Cadet. And then did the freestyle, J-Star recorded it, put it on YouTube, and then things kind of, like around Croydon, that was like circulating around loads of people. Then from then, I think he took J-Star, he's like a big reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. He took me to the studio with like J5, but way back in the day. A guy called Dice as well. And from then I just kept making music. I didn't stop, and then eventually I thought this feels like the thing that I want to do for a long time. Like dropped everything else that I was doing, like work-wise, and you know.
What were you doing?
What wasn't I doing? I was at uni. I was at uni for a bit doing music production. I had a job in like an insurance office. Like just boring shit, man. And then I was doing a couple other things that, you know, you just do just to get some quick money in, you know what I mean? But and spoke to my dad. I was like, Dad, I really want to do this music thing. Like, you know, what are you saying? He's like, yeah, well, you can either work all day and then work all night on the music, or you can drop it or save for a bit, drop it all, and then like dive in head first. And then that's what I did. And fast forward 4 years, we're here.
Well, bro, let's talk about Glide. Because that made so much noise for you.
Yeah, man.
It caught everyone's attention. And then I was even more impressed when I saw that you had produced it as well.
Yeah.
Did you know what you were making?
No. I remember, do you know what? So we had the Anthony Hamilton sample. It's like one of my favourite songs, Better Days. And it was same thing. I was just like,
how did you clear that?
Just on it. Yes, Stevie White's magic still. But no, literally, I think I heard the song and I just got a new laptop, and I was in my bedroom, and my auntie was moving out her flat, and she had these speakers, and I said, can I take them? She was like, okay, go on then. And I was just making bare beats. And I was just trying different things, and then I heard this sample, and I thought, let me see what I can do with this. Didn't think about making it into a song. I was just like making the beat, and I heard the beat, and I was like, this is kind of tough, man. Like, and then I think I filmed myself dancing to the beat, put it on Instagram, and everyone was like, yo, this is fire. I thought this is fire, man. Like, I don't really know what I'm gonna do with it, but it's sick. And then one day I left it for like a week or so, and I came back to it the next week, and I just started rapping, and I was just rapping to myself, and I thought, this is really this is a really good song. Do you know what I mean? I remember not having to think about this is the chorus or this is the da-da-da-da-da. I was just rapping to the tune, and then it just went autopilot. And then I remember playing it to my boys, and they were like, this is some fire shit, man. But I made it in like July, and we released it in March because we were just sitting on it for time, and we didn't really know what to do with it, because like I'm more like a project person. I don't really do singles like that. Then in January I just thought, you know what, let's just release it, man, because there's so many people that like it. Let's just just hit up whoever we can, whoever we know from anywhere, and just try and get through the door.
So was it part of a bigger play, or was it just
so I had the whole project complete. Well, I had the whole project there. It's still there, but we just had Glide, and that just stood out to everyone. And to be honest, if I'd kept it with the project, and it may still not even be out now, but it's just about taking that first step and having like a fuck it moment and just releasing it. Definitely. Do you know what I mean? And I think since then it's like done amazing things, if I'm honest. Like, it's really changed everything for me. And it's mad, because I think I made that, you know what, so I made it, was sitting on it for time, then my grandma passed away, and then we had the whole body of work, and I was like life is short, man, let's just fuck it. Like, literally, that was it. And then from then, the trajectory just like changed everything. So even if like Glad hadn't come out, we'd still have the same project that we're working on now. Do you know what I mean? It's the same thing, just on a bigger scale now, because
definitely
Glad came out.
It's elevated you.
Yeah, 100%.
And then next thing I know, I see a video of you on Twitter signing a deal with Virgin.
Yeah.
When did that come?
So Glide came out, and we did so much of Glide independently. Like, it got playlisted on BBC. We done like a BBC Radio London interview, live performance, represent. We're just pushing it as much as we could. And then Stevie, we had the whole project there, and Stevie hit me up. He was like, "Yo, like I'm working on something, innit?" And I was like, "Alright, cool, innit?" He's smiling.
Shout out Stevie.
Yeah, shout out Stevie. He hit me up, I was like, "Yeah, I'm working on something." And we had this other song off the project as well, called Halos. And Stevie, like, he hit me up on a Friday. He was like, "Yeah, I'm chatting to this guy." And then on Monday, he was like, "Yeah, I want you to come in and meet this guy." I was like, "Alright, cool, where is it?" He was like, "Yeah, Universal or Virgin." And I was like, "Alright, cool." And like, what's he saying? He was like, "Yeah, just come in it." Then I was in the meeting, and we were just chatting. I was just literally just having a conversation with him, talking about music and stuff. He was like, yeah. So Barry, he was like, "Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie, I want to put a deal across to you, and I was like, okay, I was there like, okay, yeah, cool, all good, like pretending, yeah, this happens all the time, whatever. And then by the next week we had a deal. Everyone was like working on negotiating the best possible deal and blah blah blah. But then at that point, a lot of other people started making noise. So like Coach K, your manager's Migos, he'd flown to London and he wanted to meet me and play him the record, and I was playing, and it was just like a crazy few weeks, do you know what I mean? But with like Virgin and Lost Ones, I don't know, man, I felt like it just seemed like where it felt right, and I just followed my gut. And then
when it came through and when you signed it, what feelings came up for you?
Honestly, at the time, I was just like, because we knew it was going to happen for a long time. It took like a while to go through. But at the time, I was just like, cool, like, we've signed now. Like, boom, that was it.
It's like indifference.
No difference. No, I didn't feel much of a difference once we signed. Like, we had the champagne, we had all of that.
Yeah.
I was just there, like, I don't know, like, it just felt like a normal step, because it was the thing that we had been working towards, yeah. When I remember getting home, and my mum was home, and we put all my friends around, like all family around, and had a big thing at the house. And I was a bit like, okay, cool, like everyone's bare happy, and I'm just kind of here. Then that night, I don't know, that night I started taking it in. I started deeping like how much work had gone into it, and I just lost it. Emotions just started running. I was bawling. Went to my mum's room. I was like, yo, mum, proper crying. And I was like, this is mad. Then I started deeping how big a deal it was, because like I've been making music since I was 16.
Right.
I was 24 when we signed, so it was like, that's like 8 years of work that gone into that. So
it sounds like you processed it correctly.
Yeah, I think I'm always a bit like that. In the moment, I'm a bit like, all right, whatever, innit? Just do what needs to be done. And then afterwards, when I'm by myself, I start deeping things, and I'm like, yo, like, this is some real shit, man. But then even then, after that, I was like, cool, but Monday, let's get back to work, because we have to, there's no slacking, do you know what I mean? You can't just be the guy that's signed and not have anything off of it. Like, then it's more pressure, everything's double, triple, man. Like,
100%.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about your sound quickly. Eclectic is the word I'd use to describe it, man.
Yeah.
I'm guessing your influences are as well.
Oh, yeah. I listen to a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Like, as I said, I was raised on like R&B, but by the age of a teenager, listened to like grime, hip hop, as you do.
As well as Anthony Hamilton.
So like literally, and then like I remember I had some random songs on my phone, man. I had like Celine Dion, the Titanic song, I had like Aladdin, A Whole New World. This is back in the day, like on my Nokia phone. So like if you go through my songs, and then there's obviously the Jamaican influence, because I'm you know, Caribbean, and like gospel, because my mum was in church, and I just love the musicality of all of that. You know what I mean? Because I'm a fan of music before anything. And so I don't know, man. There's no rules for me. I don't really see it as you're this type of artist, or you're the next J. Cole, you're the next whatever. Like, I just sit down and make what I feel like making that day, and I don't know. It happens to.
I think that's very common though nowadays, because we're so like exposed to so many different types of music and content. Like, how can you be boxed? Yeah,
there's no rules now. I think there's no rules anymore. Like, before, I've stepped into things and people have been like, yeah, I like this, you're like the next blah blah blah, or we want to hear more like Glide, or we want to hear more like whatever. And
do you think it makes it harder?
It's never been hard for me, if I'm honest. Like, I've always,
to progress.
Oh, to progress as in being eclectic, or
yeah. So like, because it's so open nowadays, like, anyone can do anything. Do you think it makes it harder to stand out?
Nah, I just think if you're real, and it's real, and it comes from you, then that will shine through. Like, as I said, there's no rules to this, man. Like, I don't see any limit. I don't see any box. I don't see any. You know what I mean? I don't think there's anything you can't confine me to anything. If I wake up tomorrow and I feel like making a classical record, then fuck it, I'll do that. Like, whatever. Like, we'll make it work. Do you know what I mean? I don't see it as we're doing this to progress and get on this playlist and this. I just think you make the music first, and then all the other stuff will figure itself out. Yeah.
Dope, bro. That's admirable. Some of your highlights so far? Ends Festival, big, because that was around the corner from my secondary school.
Mad. Legit, like I had my first kiss in that park, bro. Like, yeah, for 100. So like performing there was like, it was mad, but at the same time, we were doing the opening set. Like I got cut, my set got cut. Do you know what I mean? I was like, oh.
Did it?
Yeah. They cut everyone. They cut everyone's set, but like just having your set cut, it was like, oh man, like this is the moment. And I didn't at the time. On the day I was pissed. I was like raging. I just stormed off. I dropped the mic. I was pissed, bro. But like taking it in afterwards and seeing all the anticipation to it before, you're like, yo man, it's like whatever. It's still a massive deal.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's a
just share the stage with those names, like.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you're seeing like Damian Marley, like Burna Boy, you're backstage and like someone's just pinging it past on one of them things. Nah, I didn't, man. I spoke to like who I knew, so like Shay Lingo, Mira May, Jazz Caris, Caddy Art was there. Who else was there? Masego. I was on stage when Masego was performing. Actually, I was just on the side, like just filming, and that was fun. Who else I see? I saw J Balvin quickly. Dave was there. There was quite a lot of people there that you just bump into and say hi to and whatever. And I think that was like the week after I'd signed, so everyone was like, "Oh my god, congrats!"
Yeah, of course.
So it was nice, and that was the week before my 25th as well.
Wow.
So it was like a proper.
That was a nice time.
Mad week. Yeah. It was nice, definitely nice. But that's a highlight. Every headline show that I've done's a highlight, 100%. Camden Assembly, Notting Hill. I think the BBC Radio London thing was a highlight because you're not on there. Your song's not just getting played. You're on there. You're getting interviewed. You're talking about things that mean something, and that's like real. But I remember looking onto Twitter afterwards, and this old white man, he was like, "Oh, I need to stop playing this gang hip hop shit." And I was like, "Bro, like I'm just."
Was it Glide
acoustic on piano? Do you know what I mean? I'm like, bro, how does that? How is that gang shit? But yeah, that was nice.
Just quickly also on production, like obviously you produce a lot of your own records. Now.
Yeah.
Did that come hand in hand with your artistry, or was that?
No, that was. So as I said, I was first in the studio. J5 was the first like professional studio that I went to. So I used to just watch him because he's been a wizard for like. Way before he come out with all the J Hus stuff, he's been the guy.
Yeah, everyone was telling me that.
Oh, he's so talented, man. And he used to stay there all night, like, or leave, come back, and he's still there working on the same song. So I used to watch what he did religiously. And this was when I was like rapping, so I could rap and I could play piano a little bit. So I used to always try and do a little something here and there. Then I went to college to do music production. Didn't listen in any of the classes. I was just on YouTube, just like watching tutorials and stuff. But that I think production was something that was a lot more taught. I had to learn a lot more about that. I had to do a bit more research into that. And
what made you do that?
Being pissed off at like no producers being about. I'd be like, yo, has any producers got any original beats? And like no one would hit me. So I'd say, alright, cool. I'll just make my own and listen to something and just copy it exactly. Or as close as I could.
Right.
That's how I would practice, and then eventually I'd started to make things that were a bit more original.
Dope.
And now I feel like I've got like control over the whole sound. So,
100%, man.
Yeah.
What's your deepest motivation?
I can't go back. Do you know what I mean? I can't. Now I'm at the stage I'm in too deep to fall off. Like I'm still up and coming. But for me, I'm in too deep to fall off and go back to like a 9 to 5 or worse. Do you know what I mean? I just can't. Like I'm so in control of everything that I'm doing at the moment. I can't go back to that. So that's like one motivation. Then I got like loved ones that I, want to put on for.
Cool.
And myself, like I do want to do things. Like I got my car today.
Congrats,
I got my car today this morning. I got delivered this morning, and I saw it and I thought, yeah, that's sick, but now that's a financial commitment. I've got to pay for that every month for X amount of time. So like I I'm in too deep to fall off, basically. So I got to keep working.
But then what's next? Because I know there's a project in that, like you said, there's a project in the works.
It sounds great, man. I can't lie. I've really I think it's sick. Like,
where's the exclusive, bro?
PR's
like, nah.
You got a couple things in the works around the project, like big. For me, it's more like, I don't know, because people have heard a lot of things in drips and drabs. You've heard singles, you've heard EPs, but this is like the most me that it can possibly be, if that makes sense. This is like the closest thing to me. Like, I've got production on most of the songs. I've been there from like the making of every song from start to finish. And this is this is the closest thing to me that I can.
What we taught, is it an EP? Is it a long
it's
project?
Not an EP. It's not.
No,
it's longer than an EP.
Full length.
Yeah, full length. It's serious, man. Like, I've worked on it for a long time, and I put a lot of effort into it. And it's same thing. It's very eclectic. Loads of different sounds. I think I'm experimenting a lot more on some things, but I think this is like me becoming the person that I'm meant to be. If that makes sense. Because even like, I just wanted to bring everything together, everything I'm doing. Because also alongside making music, I work at a mental health and music charity as well, and that's like, I'm trying to, like, not necessarily with the music, but around the launch and stuff. I want to bring that more of that kind of stuff into attention. It's become more valuable stuff, things that people can take more away from, rather than it just being good music that you can listen to.
Do you want to talk a bit about that? Because I was going to ask you, why is that so close to your heart?
Yeah, man, it's a charity called Key Changers. It's just, I don't know, like, everyone goes through mental health. I've got a lot of people close to me that have gone through mental health. I've gone through my own mental health struggles. I think everyone has mental health struggles. I think it's the same as like physical health. So if you get a cold, it's like the equivalent of having a low day where you're a bit depressed. You know what I mean? I think the two are completely linked. Yeah, 100%. But we don't know about it yet. It's still something that we're learning about every day. And so with Key Changers, they're a charity that we deal with recovery of people that have gone through like mental health breakdowns and been on psychiatric wards, and we bring them into the studio. They get to record, they get to just talk, they get the chance to perform for each other as well. And it's valuable, because I think even when I go there every week, I go there like twice a week, and I see the change in people over time, like the recovery of them, and that means, to be honest, it means just as much as this other music stuff that I do. Do you know what I mean? Because like, it's very rewarding seeing directly the impact that your work can do, and 100%. I don't think it's ever something that I would want to leave behind. Yeah. No, man, that's huge props to you for that, man. Appreciate it's very important. Yeah. I normally end on 2 questions. So I do this with everyone. First one is, what was the first piece of music you remember getting hold of or purchasing? It's not the first piece that comes to mind is Wretch 32, Black and White. Wow, that was a big album. That was a massive album. I remember that was like, I was religiously listening to Wretch 32 back then. He's like, You just mentioned earlier about like you listened to his freestyle and that sort of inspired. Yeah. Did you appreciate how much of a wordsmith he was at 100%. That age? His wordplay was mad. He was 23. I think he did the one that I heard. He was like, "Today I'm too free," but that's funny because I'm still free too. And I was like, "Yo, you're just bare good. Like you're just very good with words." And yeah, he's like a big inspiration of mine lyrically. I think if there's someone that you can say is a direct influence, I'd say he's probably the closest thing. Right. But yeah, Black and White. Incredible. And finally, stage or studio? Studio. I don't know. No. 6 months of the year, studio. 6 months. No, I gotta say studio then. I gotta say studio. Like I'm a music geek, innit? So like, I see like being on the computer making beats, that's for me like the equivalent of someone playing PlayStation, and I could do that all day. So yeah, studio. What does the stage feel like though? Stage is sick when you're on stage, but like everything else is mad headache. Like you got, is there any guest list? Can I get a +1? But
Stevie can worry about that.
it does, bro. I don't even like Stevie on the day of the show, man. Nah, so I've started like turning off my phone on show days because I just can't stand it. But studio, it's your own. There's no rules. It's whatever you want to do. So I'd say studio.
100%, man. Jords, it's a pleasure, bro.
Pleasure, man.